From one fundraise to another, aerospace and defense manufacturing startup Jeh Aerospace has bagged $2.75 million in seed funding. Now, this via strategic partnership with leading global VC firm General Catalyst. That's not all. The firm has also inaugurated its cutting-edge facility in Hyderabad. Joining us now to discuss their fundraise and their new manufacturing facility is Vishal R. Sangvi, the co-founder of Jeh Aerospace. Vishal, thank you so much for joining us on Startup Street. You essentially provide manufacturing solutions to the aerospace and defense industry. So talk to us about what these solutions are and how do you plan to spend the funds that you've raised?
Right. So thanks, Arunaditi, for having me here. I think the aerospace and defense industry is going through a very troubled times. I think especially post-COVID, the demand has shot up and the supply is severely constrained. And all the manufacturing and the supply chain resilience is right now the need of the hour. What we intend to do at Jeh Aerospace is that on one hand, while the major OEMs like Boeing, Airbus, Lockheed have come to India, but what about the next 200, 300 aerospace and defense companies who have not yet been able to leverage the capabilities, the capacities, and the competitiveness of Indian manufacturing ecosystem? Our intention is to serve them and serve them well. We come from a very rich experience where we have unlocked this India potential for this marquee OEM that I just mentioned, and now we want to do it for the larger and wider ecosystem. In terms of where we are going to use our funds, it is especially going to be in three areas. One is to invest into the manufacturing and training capabilities in our facility. Second is to develop a world-class team. And third is to create awareness of India manufacturing and Jeh Aerospace in specific to the aerospace and defense community.
Right. So you want to serve the larger aerospace and defense community at this point. Now, with the funding, you just inaugurated your new aerospace and defense manufacturing facility in Hyderabad. So talk to us about how much this will increase your productivity by, and you'll also be introducing digital and AI tech to compete with global firms.
Absolutely. So what would this manufacturing facility do is that we're going to be initially focused on aerostructure and aero engine manufacturing. So it will allow us to build state-of-the-art capabilities around that. Plus, we are also partnering with the larger India supplier, aerospace supplier ecosystem, which kind of acts as a force multiplier.
Right. And you keep saying the larger aerospace community. So why don't you talk to us about the kind of clients you're working with and who are you currently working with and how do you plan to grow this?
Right. So we're not allowed to share the client's name right now, but these are the tier 1, tier 2 aerospace manufacturers in the US, and they have entrusted us with large multi-million-dollar contracts already. And we are especially, setting this up, based on their requirements. So that allows and ensures us a steady state revenue as we move forward, and as we grow, we build on that platform.
Right. So big multi-billion-dollar contracts there. So then talk to us about the revenues that you're clocking. What are the targets that you set for 2024? What have you clocked in the last year?
Yeah, no, so we just started a year back. So we are right now, still moving up. I think, again, too early to share about the revenue, but we believe we should, reach an ARR of $20 million in next 2 years. So that's our target. That's our goal. It's an audacious goal, but we believe we can do it as a team.
So that's your 2-year goal. But you're currently present in the US and in India. So any other countries that you're looking at this point? And what's your current, revenue mix, but where are you seeing most of your business coming from?
So we are very bullish on the India-US corridor. And that's why, I have moved my base to Atlanta in the US. My co-founder, Venki, is based out of Hyderabad. So as a tech team, that works well. US is the focus geography, but we believe our value proposition acts equally well for the Western European countries as well, which are facing the similar issues as US is facing, namely significant labor shortages, a high cost, high inflation scenario, and aging aerospace supply chain ecosystem.
All right, the focus there on the US-India corridor. All right, Vishal, thank you so much for joining us on the show, and we wish you all the best on your journey going forward.
Perfect. Thank you, Andy. Thank you for your wish.
On that note, it is time for us to head into a short break. But coming up, space tech startup Pixel unveils its first spacecraft manufacturing facility in Bengaluru. We get you a sneak peek of this new facility on the other side. Stay tuned.